These, yeah. This is a RPNVG actually. Less than a year old. I think. It's a pretty cool unit. It allows you to pan from 40 degrees to 65 degrees. And if you want to learn more about it, stick around. Hey guys, Tac Doc here. So today, let's talk a little bit about my night vision unit, the RPNVG, made by AB Night Vision. RPNVG stands for Ruggedized Panoramic Night Vision Goggle. And it is called that because it, much like the RNVG by the same company, is ruggedized, right? It is not necessarily plastic. And it has the ability to pan. Let me just take it off with the mount here. Get this helmet out of the way. So here's the actual unit. The basic overview. You can adjust the IPD, and then you can also pan the amount of FOV that you want. So run through it. Really easy to operate, really easy to maneuver. But let's get a little bit deeper into it. I think everybody knows that about the RPNVG. So here we have the actual unit itself. It'll be sent to you actually like this. These were added on after. So if you haven't seen my video on irises, I suggest you go watch it. It's a good one, first of all. Second of all, I add them on all my night vision units now. So these guys, they help a lot. We'll try to talk a little bit more about why I use them on this unit in a bit. But here's the unit itself. We'll kind of move front to back in a very simple manner. If you aren't familiar with night vision, this may not be the best video for you. I'm just going to assume you've used like a PVS 14 or other unit before. Hey, okay. Want to interrupt the video, obviously, to give a shout out to my channel's biggest supporter, Covert Tactical. Cannot stress this enough. Trust me, trust me, trust me. If you haven't gone to coverttactical.net, I'll put all the links in the description. If you haven't emailed Gavin about prices on guns, on optics, on lights, on knives, you're missing out. You're spending too much money. Trust me. This isn't even a dude I know in real life. This is just a dude I met over Reddit. Like, you need to do this. Trust me. Also want to give a shout out to both Gunendir, who supplied me my night vision. Gunendir is great. They've stayed up with me at night picking specs, and I can message them at any time and I'll get a response. I literally just got a message like before I recorded this video. I was like, yo, Gunen, I'm about to record a review video. Is there anything you want me to say? His response was no, just I'm happy I could help you. You just do your thing. So great guy, great prices, great night vision. They build awesome. Reach out to Gunen. Last shout out, Nocturnal Tendencies. So Nocturnal Tendencies is a new up and coming night vision distributor. They have, I mean, right now I think they're doing a sale for like L3 units. I believe you can get like 31s and 14s, might just be 14s right now, but go check them out. They're crazy, super responsive as well. They build really well. But I think it's always great to show support to kind of up and coming companies. So reach out, do your thing. All of their reviews have been great. Everybody has been like on my Instagram. just like, oh man, you know, those guys were great. I'm happy I reached out to them. Thanks for that. So reach out to them. Last, if you're not following me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram, the Tack Doc, obviously. I think I post more there. Here's kind of like the remnants of what I post on Instagram plus whatever videos I have. But I post more there. I'm there every day. I'm much more responsive there. So if you guys have questions, comments, concerns, all that stuff, Instagram is the place to get in contact with me. Enjoy the rest of the video. So first off, we have the lenses. If I'm not mistaken, these lenses are compatible with PVS 14s. It's like the same kind of setup there. So whatever you use on your PVS 14s, realistically, you could use on these here. Nothing special, nothing new about that. The focusing also works in the same manner. So you can, for gross focus, you can adjust the the objective lens, and then for more fine focus, you can adjust the diopter of the ocular lens. Moving back from there, first thing we encounter is the battery housing. So it runs off of one CR123 battery, or you can use the battery pack port, which I don't use. I'm personally not a fan of battery packs at this time. That may change in the future, but right now I don't use it. I'm not really a fan. So I use the single 123. Almost forgot to mention that the battery pack there, it can use the like external Anvis style battery packs. Like I said, personally, I'm not a fan, but it is what it is. If I'm not mistaken, when they were originally shipped, they were shipped with like a rubber leash, I guess you could say. They've since changed that, and it's like this more. I don't really know what this is made of. Some metal, I guess. Just makes it easier to actuate or to use. Pretty simple. Much like the RNVG or some other binocular units, you do have the ability to adjust the interpupillary distance, or the IPD. You do that on this unit by depressing the buttons on either side here and adjusting one way or the other. It's really not that hard. There are teeth. Let's see if I can just show you the teeth. There are teeth here. Kind of catch that. Just on the back side, I suppose. And it kind of adjusts kind of one by one, step by step. Realistically, I'm sure you could have rigged together some sort of IPD stop if it's that important to you. I wouldn't imagine it being difficult to do using the teeth there. Also, on the bridge itself is the panning mechanism. So the thing that makes this unit unique relative to RNVG or many other binoculars is that it is a singular unit that will allow you to be collimated at 40 degrees or adjust to 65-degree field of view. And to do the adjustment, it's really just tension. You can adjust the tension by playing with this portion of the unit here, but I find it fine as is. I think you like remove these 4 screws, and then there's like another screw underneath this housing or something. Who knows? But you know, that's how you do it. The settings that it comes from the factory are fine for me. When it's on the unit itself, when it's on your helmet, you can adjust these with one hand. You can just kind of grab the back and squeeze, or grab the front and squeeze. Let's see. Oh, there you go. And you can adjust that way. It would be difficult to use with one hand. Obviously, if you have no other option, then you got to do what you got to do. But generally speaking, after adjusting the panning, you have to adjust the IPD to get a perfect image. So, you know, it's just easier to do with more than one hand. As I had kind of alluded to earlier, I don't fully pan all the way out. I'm not a 65-degree kind of guy. I'm somewhere in the middle. I don't know exactly what it is, but that's really how I use it. It allows me to shoot fine, and it allows me to hike fine. Like it's good. Movement's fine. So starting from just like, I don't know, standard, I just messed with these. So it's like a random setting now. So just like any other night vision unit on the Wilcox G24 mount, you press the button to bring them down. Everybody can do this part a little different, but I like to find the IPD that works best for me, and then you can adjust from there. And I think that's really comfortable to both eyes. So this is the setting that I would use, and this is more than 40. I don't know exactly what this setting is. It's less than 65. Obviously 65 would be panned all the way out. That's a little much for me. I think just about there and there is fine. And this I can use like while shooting or while hiking. They're both fine. Now the focus range, kind of talking about the lenses and everything that's going on. From the factory, it says it's like 9.8 inches to infinity. That's why I use these lenses, these irises. Again, I recommend going to my other YouTube video, checking out my iris video. I compared two DIY irises. You can seriously just make these in your bedroom. But just some lenses, they're kind of dirty, geez, oh Pete's. And you just adjust. So if I want them super focused, not letting a lot of light in, I can do that. If I want just to use the tube itself, I can do that. Do some Velcro on some camera cap covers, and good to go. That's it. Going back to the battery, it uses that single CR123, and it says it's good for 16 hours. It probably depends a little bit on the company you're using, the type of battery you're using, and the temperature you're using it in. For instance, I had a CR123 die on me 2-3 weeks ago. It was really cold out, and the unit was just kind of left in the cold. And I didn't have a low battery warning or anything like that. It just kind of died on me. So I think cold weather probably didn't help that a whole lot. The power button, kind of right over here, it's just a button. Press on and off, and then just medial to that is the IR button. So IR comes out of here. I believe this is the housing of the IR is compatible with like PVS7 IR devices or IR illumination beams. I don't know, but I will say that the illumination of the of this unit is dramatically more powerful than the illumination coming from the two PVS14s. Well, one PVS14, but especially the two PVS14s, which is like what you would, I guess, compare this to, because you can do the panel bridge and it kind of functions the same way. Yeah, it's like not even close. It's actually kind of crazy. I did not expect the IR to be as powerful here as it is. I'll throw in I'll try to find a comparison if I can get a buddy to send me a video just to compare. If you listen closely, you'll hear the beautiful ring of an L3 tube. So I just found a dark spot kind of in the garage. Here's a dark corner, IR off, IR on. It's dramatic. This is just the onboard IR. It's a completely different experience. This is IR off. It's dark outside. That's just moonlight. And then IR on. It's not even close. It's incredible. Hey, so I'm doing this in a doctor's lounge right now, so I gotta be really quick. Nocturnal Tendencies sent me this on super short notice. So PVS14 with no IR illumination and then IR illumination. This is a much smaller space, but you can still see the dramatic difference. According to the company, the unit itself is water resistant. It says it's submersible up to 66 feet. That's somewhat surprising to me. I don't know. It doesn't say if it's like you can submerge it up to 66 feet and use it underwater for whatever reason you would do that. I don't know, but you know, it's possible. The unit itself is sealed. The reason that's somewhat surprising to me is because on the bottom here we have these exposed gold contacts. So let me pop this off really quick since I'm doing it now. Um, these units, another nice feature about these is you can kind of pop them off and hand one to a buddy to use. And to do that, you just lift up a little bit on these little tabs and rotate. Some people just keep them off like that. I don't. Some people do, you totally could. But you just rotate them up and then depress and pull all the way off. So there's these exposed gold tracks here. I don't know how this would react in being on while wet. I've been told that you should be good to go in like rain or snow. So I don't know if I would just accept that and go with it. I do like to shoot a lot in the rain and snow. So I guess I'll figure it out. If I break it, I break it. Now that this is off, the units themselves can accept like their own battery pack. So kind of like a PVS 14 battery pack. You just kind of throw it on, and then it's a monocular. I don't have a need for that right now. I thought I was going to actually. When I bought these from Doonan, I was like, yo, I need that pack. But realistically, I don't. I normally would go hiking with my fiance, say, and just hand off a tube. But honestly, it's been so long that I feel like I should just buy her own unit as opposed to spending. It's like $500 because you have to buy both of them, I believe. Like they only come as a pack, so it's $500. Just spend the extra money and buy her own like RNVG or something. So I don't have one. I've heard they work very well. A buddy of mine has one. He enjoys it. He likes it. We would have split the packs, but they're side dependent. So I would like to keep my right side, and then he would have to give me the battery pack for the left, but he has the same preference. So it's dumb. I do think that kind of a flop there, but whatever. You win some, you lose some, I suppose. Um, Going back from there, we kind of already spoke about the adjustments of the diopter. It's the same method. You can just figure out whatever works best for you and run with that. The warranty on them from the company AB Night Vision, they do like 5 years on the housing parts, and I think that's just like covers manufacturer defects. It doesn't cover use or misuse. If I drop these, it doesn't cover that. If I do submerge them to 65 feet, probably, and turn them on, I don't think it would cover that. I guess I'd have to reach out and find out. And then, of course, the tubes depends on who you get and where you get. These are L3s, so their warranty applies. If you get, I don't know if people throw Photonis in here or Elbits, but you know that's separate. And then you may have a warranty from who you went with. I could totally be mistaken here. I believe Doonan offers a like 5 or 10 year warranty, I think, but I could totally be wrong. They're cool guys though. I have had no issues with the way the unit's built. It's built fine, and I am sure that if I reached out to Doonan, he would set me straight. So we've been good on that front. Now I guess I'll just throw these back on and talk about a few last things. Was this on this side? Hope so. So to put it on, it's just kind of the opposite of the way you took it off. You just slide it on. If I can figure it out. Just slide it on. There you go. And then again, I depress these back down. So that's my thing. And they're back on and they're good to go. They're ready. So you can use that. some complaints that some people have is that this RPNVG foot is a little like forward facing. I'll try to put up a comparison of the RNVG foot, but you can swap it out. People do have the RNVG dovetail on their RPNVGs. To me, that kind of defeats the whole purpose. How's the world going to know I have RPNVG if it doesn't say that I do right there? But some people find functionality more useful, I suppose. I personally don't have an issue. Let's see. I did have to switch to. I originally had the normal, like standard old length G24, which did not work with this. And I think that's maybe the issue a lot of people are having. Once I switched to this longer G24, I have no problems. I can wear, my eye protection under them when I shoot. If you need glasses, correction lenses, you can throw those on, and it's really not a big deal at all. As for like housing performance, I don't really have many complaints. You can see, I don't know, you can see I've kind of bumped these a few times while shooting. I've had no issues with the bumps. They've been predominantly minor bumps against like VTACs and stuff like that, but it still hasn't been an issue. As for tube performance, again, I went with L3s. They're fine. They're spec'd decently well. I have no complaints from the actual tube. From the actual tubes, but that kind of is dependent on what you get and who you go through. Doonan really set me up very well. We stayed up for a while talking about minimum specs, and I was like, this is kind of what I expect out of my night vision. What can we do? What's realistic? What's not realistic? Doonan was great about that. I actually reached out to him before this video, and I was like, hey man, I'm gonna do a quick review. What do you want me to say? And Doonan replied, said, I'm just happy to help you, man. You don't have to say anything. I'm just happy to kind of be there. And he's a real stand-up guy. We've had no hiccups. I've bought other things from him that weren't night vision. Good guy. Highly recommend. Reach out. Great deals on stuff. The unit itself came shipped with a bunch of stuff that I don't use, like the lanyard, the like retention lanyard. I don't know, people like put that around their neck or something, or use it on their helmet. I just use the helmet's retention. It came with like day caps and protective caps, and then like the ocular cups. I don't use any of that. Only thing I have to have these irises here. If you don't go to that other video, which I highly recommend you do because I explain how to get them, but you want to know how to get them, please let me know. If you have any other questions, comments, concerns, reach out. I'll try to answer what I can. I'm open to talking about this. I can send more pictures through the tubes, and we'll kind of go from there. Thanks, guys, for watching. If you've made it this far, honestly, congrats. I didn't expect anybody to make it this far, to be fair. Let me know if you did. Comment here, or reach out on Instagram or whatever it is. Just let me know you made it this far. Please leave a sub, leave a like, leave a comment, follow me on Instagram, do all of that stuff. I'm just a dude chasing his dream, having fun. So it means the world to me when you guys comment and sub and all of that stuff. So appreciate it. Be safe, and I'll catch you guys next time. Tat out.